us, we are facing the same problem when we go out for duties, especially police personnel who are like who have to rush to the spot immediately. We also take time because of this problem.
Yes, yes.
And see that traffic personnel, they are all on their traffic points or they are enforcing the traffic rules and all that. And not only the parking area at the supermarket place where you have two ways. Even that is less for us because it has a capacity of 50 to more or less 100 vehicles on both sides. So there are no other outlets until and unless there are parking facilities which government can take up. But it is not in our hands to approach the government. You see, just last month, 2 months back, I've requested the DCCIs, the shop owners and Dimapur Chamber of Commerce and Industries. I have called them up for a meeting. We have discussed on the issue, and they said they'll have a general body meeting among themselves and they'll come up with some solutions, especially for the shop owners and their workers who come in their four-wheelers and bikes. So I think they are on the job and they'll get back to me and accordingly we'll earmark certain locations for two-wheelers and four-wheelers, and we are planning to jointly make some road markings. So we can be achieved only after they have their meetings. In fact, right now we are trying our level best, but it might take some time. And if there is increase of vehicles day by day, then it will be a big problem for us also to plan the traffic.
So you mentioned that the Dimapur Traffic Police are putting up the effort. So in what exact way you are trying to implement such ideas or approach so that we can come to a conclusion that we can ease the traffic jam, the problems? What kind of approach do you
The thing is, lot of motorists, they usually in the NL Road, Yamalotha Road and GS Road, Patacharali, they usually park their vehicles where movement of other vehicles, moving vehicles are difficult. So in such a way, we are trying to educate the people also, and our boys are enforcing traffic rules and regulation, especially no parking. So gradually, people, when they don't see any parking space, while flying through the Nyamolotha road, they just take a circle through that GS road, and then they come back to the same area looking for parking space. So if the shop owners they agree and ample opportunity is given to the customers to park their vehicles at least for half an hour or 1 hour, 2 hours, so some problems may be solved in that manner. And if government comes up with some parking facilities, bed parking facilities, like in other metro cities, so it will help a lot.
As far as we're concerned, this is not something to tackle by only one particular department.
Yes.
It should be from the traffic police, it should be from TMC, and most importantly the public also. So how far do you think the public are cooperating with the traffic police with your setting up your rules and regulation on that?
See, we have erected traffic signs everywhere, and our boys are enforcing them day in and out. But ultimately it comes to the civic sense of the social responsibility of the public. So there are some people, some citizens who doesn't obey traffic rules, and when our boys goes to them and reprimand them also, they become unruly and all that. But anyway, most of the public are realizing that traffic rules is a big problem and we have to work on it collectively.
Yes.
So I hope We will be giving seminars also, and within a few weeks we are planning to, especially for the underage drivers,
Yes.
especially the school-going
Yes.
kids. They drive bikes to schools and even four-wheelers also. So we have requested all Nagaland, school teachers association and all that. We have requested them that we'll have a seminar with the teachers and students also,
Okay.
and will strictly implement underage driving also.
Okay.
So if we regulate the licensee holders, license holders and underage and all these, I think people will be educated to some extent. Even the students tell, even the parents, even if they don't know anything about traffic rules also, these students can, educate their parents also regarding traffic rules. So it's a collective effort.
Yes, exactly.
So we can't do it ourselves. We need the support of the public.
Okay.
Then we can have a, traffic flow will be a little bit smooth. But we can't do it ourselves.
Right.
In fact, the Dimapur traffic police have sent out advisories, and heavy vehicles are not allowed within the
Yes.
town jurisdiction during restricted hours. So it has helped to some extent, but for light vehicles also we have to do something.
Yes, exactly.
Like sometimes we may have to go for odd and even also, but I don't think public will agree to that. Regarding that, I don't see any solution in fact.
Okay.
It's just that we'll have to revisit and check out which is more feasible, and we request the public and the media also, people also, to give us some input so that we can collectively, solve some problems.
Yes. So, like being you the commercial police or from the traffic department, what are the most important things from your department, from the DMC, from the public we need to follow, or from the government, so that at least we can bring up to a conclusion that there will be ease in the traffic jam problem that we are facing? What are the most important aspects do you think?
See, one major thing is we need more roads, flyovers.
We need, yes.
See, there, especially in a place like Nagarjan Junction, you have seen. See, you have road cutting to the other, you have to take a U-turn, or you have to, take a right to go to Nagarjan from here. And you see vehicles coming from the supermarket area. So that area needs to have a flyover so that it doesn't disturb the flow of traffic.
Yes.
See, the road is small also, and with this problem coming up, we need more flyovers. We have only 2 flyovers, and I think our government will take up some measures so that Dimapur is developing line with other metro cities.
Yes.
In other metro cities, and like you have mentioned, Mizoram, people have that social responsibility.
Yes.
They have the feeling of belongingness to the area.
Yes.
Now we have to emulate the good things done by others also. People are patient. Whereas we Nagas, we tend to become impatient. We can't wait for even a few seconds. We don't allow vehicles to, most of the motorists, they don't like to let other vehicles overtake them, or, they don't want to stop their vehicles so that the other vehicles pass by them.
Yes.
So that is a major problem we have. So when we have civic sense, a sense of social responsibility, and most importantly, patience while driving.
Yes.
Because there are plenty of road rage and all that happening in our state. So it will solve a big problem for us also. It's just that we are not the only human being alive on this earth driving this vehicle. We should feel that the others are doing the same thing, and we have to respect the other person also. So if that goes on, we will have a semblance of social responsibility and civic sense among us. So that is the only thing I would like to tell our citizens, that we are in it together.
Yes.
Only one person won't be able to solve the problem. We are trying our level best. We are putting up all efforts. We are enforcing, but ultimately it is the cooperation that is required from the general public.
Yes, exactly.
So that our target is achieved.